All right, everybody. So we're here for our next interview, our 10th interview. Who am I here with?
Floyd Williams Jr. Don't forget about the junior.
Floyd Williams Jr. And Floyd, how many kids you got?
I have two wonderful kids.
Two kids.
Demetris.
Okay,
No.
okay. So, are your kids younger, older? They're older now?
I call them kids. We call them kids.
Right.
They'll be perpetually always kids to us,
Absolutely.
my wife and Carl. But I have a son who's 28.
Yep.
He'll be 29 on his next birthday. Then I have a daughter who's 36.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So, Floyd, when it comes to this idea of fatherhood,
Yeah.
what is it meant to you
Wow.
in your life being a father? What is it meant to you being a
That's
father?
a great question, Demetris. Fatherhood, for me, it gives me purpose. It's really, if you know anything about my wife and I, we dedicated our lives, a large portion to our kids. We wanted to make sure that we created an environment where they could actually excel and do extraordinary things, and really have an opportunity to step back after they graduate from school and all that, and say, hey, our parents gave us the best shot. And if they don't do well, they can't blame us.
Yeah,
But,
but it's like you give them all you can,
Yes.
and then you let them fly. You let them
have
spread
to
those
let them
wings.
fly.
You have to.
So I
You
like
have
what
to.
you said about
Yeah.
giving them all you can, then because part of that is giving them space.
Absolutely.
To so this is something for parents, new parents to think about. We tried to create an environment to allow them to explore. Jordan took guitar lessons.
Yeah.
Jordan played football, basketball, baseball.
Jordan wrote a book.
Jordan wrote a book. We tried to expose them to different things.
Awesome.
Carmen was in dance, and Carmen was in she liked to write. She's a writer. Okay, and so we never discouraged them from exploring.
Yes,
because
yes.
they'll land where they're supposed to land if you do that.
That's awesome. No, I appreciate that, Floyd, because that actually bleeds right into this next question, because we talk about exploration, but we also have, those foundations, we have those structures that we want to try to do.
Yeah.
What was a non-negotiable in your house? In your house, what was a non-negotiable? That thing that it could be. I know we have many, right? We have layers of things, but what's that non-negotiable in your home growing
Well,
up?
one of the non-negotiables is that if we create that environment where you see me respect your mom, you see your mom respect me, then we want reciprocation of that.
Wow.
Non-negotiable. You can't come up here. I was watching a TV show where the daughter came in and she called her mother a B and all that. Non-negotiable,
none of
baby.
that stuff.
No. I don't care. I don't disrespect. We respect each other.
Yeah.
I respect them. I'm the parent,
Right.
but I do respect you as a human being, as a child.
Yep.
I give you guidance and direction, but at the end of the day, we all respect one another.
That's key. That's key.
It is key.
And as I interview these fathers, respect is something, I think it feels like it's one of those things where it's so ingrained in us that it permeates everything else that we do. So I love that you said that. Love that you said that.
It is. I think one of the things we try to build, the number one thing that we want to build in our kids, they can be good piano players, they can be good basketball players, but that's secondary.
Yeah.
What they really want them to be is people of character.
Wow.
And more so Christian character.
Christian character. That's it. That's phenomenal. I'm glad you said that.
Christian character takes you a long way.
Long way.
It can help solve problems. It can help with disappointments and challenges. If you have that Christian character,
How you handle life.
Yeah, for sure.
That's huge. Man, that's a great segue into how do you when you look at being a father and all of the challenges that come with that, have you ever had to apologize to your kids? Have you ever had to apologize?
You had to go
them?
there.
Because sometimes we look at it on all levels, but but have you ever had to apologize to
Absolutely.
your kids?
And I believe one of the biggest attributes that I try to teach, not only my kids, but anybody I'm teaching, be it in corporate America, whatever, is humble mastery.
Wow.
Humility.
Humble mastery.
Humble mastery.
Wow.
I know, but I don't have to show off everything I know. I can humbly be proficient.
Wow.
And humbly be competent, and also be willing to say, I was wrong.
Wow.
I made a mistake.
Wow.
Now,
Yeah.
this is a situation.
I was going to ask.
I was,
what was it?
and I always, I believe my son said, Dad, we want to take a time. I want to take time to tell you that I'm an adult now. I really appreciate everything that you tried to teach me. Right. That feels great.
That does feel good.
But he was teaching me too
at the same time.
And this is an instance that he taught me how to practice humble mastery.
Okay.
Now I was his coach for a long time in basketball.
Right.
I played basketball, and I was I was a good player.
Sure.
And we sometimes live vicariously out of our kids. He's going to be the man on the court. I think at 4, I started working with him. Wow. And he was the best player on the team all the way through up to high school. Okay. Right? Okay. And he was in the 8th grade, and he's at a private. He went to a private school, and everybody know he was the best player on the team. Right. And I went to the coach and I said, well, coach, you know what? I know we want to instill, fair play in the kids, and you want to play everybody, but when the game is on the line, we can't do that. You got to play the best players on. You got to put the best players on the court because I'm a coach. Right. Coach. That's it. Well, he penalized me through my son. Wow. So my son was he was the high scorer. He was the best player on the team. Yeah. And so my son, we went to the game, and my son came out and he says, Dad, he was looking all sad. He says, Dad, I'm not going to start today. I was like, say what? What?
that's the pride.
Yeah, pride. Yeah. And so I said, oh no, this is not going to happen today. We're going to go. And so the kids came out. This is a teaching moment. Yeah. And that I blew, right? Right. So the kids there, and the coach comes out there, but I know he's trying to punish me. Of course. But I don't have to retaliate. Right. So I go up to the coach and go up to him and say, I understand you're not starting my kid today. Say, what are you thinking about? He's the best player on the team. And how are you going to win with the high school? So, that makes no sense to me. Right. And I know you're just trying to punish me. And the little kids are looking at me like this. Is he going to punch them? And I say, Jordan, come on, let's go. Wow. So he gets off the bench, and we're walking across the court. He said, Dad, hold on. I said, what is it, son? He says, Dad, I want to play with my team. Wow. Humble mastery. Wow. He was not ready to leave, even though he was ready. He taught me humble mastery. In that moment. He was the best player on the team, but he says, look, if that's what the coach says, then that's what it's going to be. And then he went to that bench. I said, well, son, if you, in all my anger, son, if you really want to go sit on that bench with them, go ahead. Wow. He went and sat on the bench. Wow. And they started playing. Yeah. And he didn't play. And he was over there clapping. Cheering for his team. He's standing up. Go! Get in! Get on it! I was like, out of the miles of days. I was so embarrassed. Wow. And then after, maybe a quarter was over, he points to Jordan and he puts Jordan in. Jordan going in and do his thing. 17 points. Boom. Now, when you're talking about 8th grade, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. And he's a high point scorer. They won the game. I was so humbled. Wow. That is a humbling experience. That's an amazing story. And then when I was adult, when he was adult, I looked at him. I said, Jordan, I just want to apologize to you from that time that I didn't demonstrate humble mastery. Wow, especially as your father. You teach. I tell people that all the time because as much as we want to teach our kids and want them to learn from us, we're learning from them too because it's that respect factor. Yeah. Man, Floyd, I appreciate that. So last question for you. So I know you got 2 kids, and I know you growing and instilling different things in them as they're growing. Yeah. What's the one thing that if something happened to you, what would you want to leave with your kids that they know about their father? That it could be a phrase, it could be a statement, it could be a principle. What was the one thing you want to learn? It's principle. It's a principle of ethics, integrity. Always do the right thing, even when people are not watching. And I think they do that. I think my kids they walk in integrity. That's awesome. And it's really about demonstrating that character as often as you can. We make mistakes, of course, but if I leave this earth, I want them to say, "Man, Dad would have done it that way. He would have done it with honesty, with integrity, with ethical behavior. He would have done that way." Wow. And I think that's going to be something that resonates, that I can leave them. Not money, not well. Hopefully, I can do that too.
Right.
But there's nothing that's going to go past, going to be more valuable than that.
It's going to go as far as integrity.
Right.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
that's right.
I appreciate it. Listen, y'all. That's our interview with our brother
pleasure.
Floyd here, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
See you guys. Take care.